Got back in right before Christmas. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, welcome. Thanks for meeting us out here. My name is Ben, and I work for a missions organization called the Surge Project. And what we do is we plant churches in small towns and villages across the planet. So I wanted to invite you on a trip right from the comfort of where you are to see some of our work. I can't take you to all 100 plus different countries that we've impacted, but I can take you to a few different regions. So we're going to go to Africa and Asia and the Far East. It's going to be really fun so you can see with your own eyes and feel connected to how God is reaching people and building his church across the globe. So I wanted to introduce you to your tour guide for this trip. His name is Kyle.
I was able to visit each of these countries personally to meet the local leaders who planted these remote churches where people are experiencing God for the first time. So as you experience each location, make sure to look around and check it out. This is going to be awesome. Let's go.
I'll be helping guide us here and there as Kyle takes us along on his journey to visit some of our works. Our first stop is going to be Indonesia, and one of the strategies we use in Indonesia is to send out radio receivers that pick up just one single station. And then when we learn that there's a group of new believers that are meeting, we will then send a pastor to establish a church, much like this church that you're seeing here. Indonesia is actually the fourth most populous country in the world. It's kind of a little known fact because Indonesia is spread out across several thousands and thousands of small and big islands way over in the Far East. It's really fun working in an area that hasn't been Christianized for millennia. The concept of baptism will be new to a lot of Indonesians, so there's a genuine excitement around the event that really complements and goes perfectly with the new life that this believer has found in Christ. Let's see if you can guess where our second stop is. I'll give you a hint, we're still in Africa, but we're in an area with some of the most amazing wildlife and rainforests you can find anywhere in the world. Our leader in Madagascar had actually sent a team out into the rainforest to get the GPS coordinates for nearly 5,000 small villages, and over the course of that year-long project, his team had been evangelizing all along the way. When they came back, they had learned that they had planted several hundred churches. Madagascar is very remote, so to get to many areas, you're forced to travel by helicopter. I say forced, it's definitely a challenge and inconvenient at times, but it's also got its perks and can be a lot of fun. Here we are in the beautiful and vibrant Niger. It's definitely one of the hottest places on earth, but the people have such great life and energy, and it's really beautiful to watch the gospel come and transform these communities. Here we are in Nepalganj, Nepal, where most of our work is done among villages that reside in the Himalayan mountain range. And while it can definitely get cold in the mountains, the people are very warm and very welcoming. 98% of the new believers here are first-generation Christian, and we have just so many stories of amazing, miraculous ways that God is reaching people up in these mountains, and it's not even uncommon for us to use young people to plant churches, boys even sometimes as young as 15 years old. I love what Rick Zachary, our director that oversees that region, says, that what we're experiencing isn't a revival, because a revival is a return to something you've lost, but rather it's a movement, and a movement occurs when unreached people embrace Christianity for the first time. It's fun to juxtapose how church looks in different cultures. While the Nepalese are a little bit more solemn, here in West Africa things can get a little bit more loud. It's really special to see that God isn't only reaching people across countries, but He's also reaching people across generations. Many of the pastors around the world aren't actually always able to sustain a living off of the giving of the congregation, so a lot of them are bivocational, where some might have a cricket farm in Thailand. Here in West Africa, what we've seen be successful is actually to give them a motorbike, and they can travel from village to village, but also use the motorbike as a source of income as a taxi. Well, this concludes our short journey. We really hope you enjoyed it. So many more countries we wish we could have taken you to, but just didn't have the time. You know, this work can only continue by involvement of people just like you. So I encourage you, please go to our website, go to surgeproject.com, and we would love to tell you more about how you can get involved and join the movement.